Perth is regularly voted one of the 10 most livable cities in the world, and for 3 young homeowners in particular, they are living the dream. And it all has to do with this house, or should I say, at least it looks like one house.
Well, it's actually 3 homes in one, specifically designed to give Gen Yers a crack at owning their own place. We're right in the middle of one of the most important villages under construction anywhere in Australia. The call went out for young architects only to enter a competition for them to say how they want to live in the future.
Yeah, and so they ended up working out there were 3 main driving forces. You know, a connectedness and sense of community, sustainability and cost. And they wanted to know what would happen if you gave each of those things the same amount of gravitas.
Now, this is one of the most important amazing homes we've ever visited.
One of the first things you notice from the outside is that there's no actual fencing around this entire property. Instead, they've used planter boxes and garden beds to define the boundary. Now, that's been done deliberately so that the people who own these apartments can remain connected to the streetscape and their local community.
The key to this concept is simplicity, and that really comes down to material selection. This is just off-the-shelf cladding or ColourBond on a timber frame. These trims around the window, just pressed metal. That really keeps the budget down. But all these lightweight materials, they can heat up. So how do you solve that here in Perth? Well, the Fremantle Dr. Breeze comes straight through that doorway, keeping all of these units open to central courtyard, nice and cool.
So each apartment has a kitchen, dining, lounge room, master bedroom, bathroom and a laundrette. Now, this is a 2-storey apartment. The other 2 are single level.
Yeah, look, nothing flash in the internal finishes, a bit of class with the polished concrete floor. This is just a plywood stair ascending up through a 3-storey void, creating a bit of architectural drama. Look, it's only 50 square metres. I reckon I could live here, Joe.
So 1 apartment down, Pete?
Yep, now upstairs to a single-storey abode.
Well, Pete, the apartments might be compact, but you've got plenty of entertaining space out here.
Yeah, entering via a private courtyard. Gotta love that.
So being 1 level, this apartment has a different floor plan again. You've got all your living spaces on one side. You go down a corridor which has your laundry and bathroom off it to the master bedroom. But I tell you what, Pete, they're not short of storage.
Up there, even in the roof space, they've thought about how they can carve out as much storage as possible.
But Pete, even though we know this is a small apartment, it doesn't actually feel small.
Look, there's one really simple trick used here. See how they've created a tiled dado line which you can read from each side of the room?
Yeah.
That just reinforces the width of this room. Although it's narrow, it feels wider than it actually is.
Very clever. I like this one. Into apartment 3.
And again, it's clever and cosy.
Now, I think the best thing about these apartments are they're actually sold strata title, which means once you own the place, you can change the interior without having to go to a body corporate. And because they're trying to actually attract the Gen Yers, they're sold as pretty basic shells. But say you wanted to add some detail later, like a decorative cornice or a new light, you don't have to ask permission to do it.
As you get more money.
Yeah.
But it's not only financially flexible, there's flexibility in the planning. Let me show you what I mean. Each ground floor apartment has its own carport, which could be easily turned into an extra bedroom and office should the need arise. Now, the other driving force for Gen Yers is sustainability. Harvesting rainwater off the flat skillion roofs is down here, a 10,000-litre rainwater tank. On the roof, we have solar panels as well as photovoltaic cells, and they're powering these 9-kilowatt on-site batteries that all the residents draw their power from. Now, collectively, that's around $1,200 saving, ching-ching, on their running costs.
So, Pete, I guess the big question is, how much did this cost to build and how much did the apartment sell for?
Over here in Perth, the 3 homes were built for $500,000, each home selling in the high 3s.
Well, that's just a win-win for both the developers and the owners.
Yeah, and they're all in the size of an average Australian block.
Look, I know that this design was driven to entice Gen Yers into the property market, but I think it's adaptable to so many more people.
Well, the success can be summed up with the 6 S's, and that's sharing smaller, smarter, simpler, sustainable spaces.
Superb, Pete Calhoun.